See, your doubt, I understand that food is the basic brickstone of a healthy life. And you are also used to ask me that to every patient you are asking to not cook in this manner, don't use this oil, heat the oil only up to this thing, replace this ingredient with this particular ingredient, or change the cuisine like this kind of a thing. So it's something, if everybody is following a very healthy regime, then where come the patients come from?
Yes.
Yes, actually, but I will tell you, food is a very vast subject, much more vast subject than people think. Much more. Okay, if you go to its in depth, what all in a food preparation can cause a precipitated disease. I will tell you an example. See, you would have seen in the villages, the grannies were cooking, heating water to give you bath in your childhood when you go there in a copper vessel or in a big brass vessel with firewood outside the house.
Yes.
Right? Have you noticed that there is a peculiar kind of smell comes into that water when it is heated?
Yes.
Have you ever seen that smell coming when you are using your water heater in the bathroom, or you are heating the same water, even if it is in a copper vessel, on a gas stove here?
No.
What would be the reason? Because the vessel, the what is used and the fuel what is used has got a greater impact on the food, right? Because the heating temperature, the gradients, what type of heat it imparts, what is the vessel it is being used, actually it all makes some molecular restructuring and changes in the food that is cooked, right?
Yes.
See, even a little bit pressure variation, it causes a big difference. You would have seen that you are cooking sambar in a pressure cooker, dal in a pressure cooker. The same thing you would have seen in that clay pot or mud pot or that carved stone kind of pot, what we call culture tea in our native place.
Yes.
You would have seen that the sambar prepared by your mama or somebody in the native place actually using the firewood in this kind of a vessel stays without damaging for about at least 3 days.
Yeah.
Not even a fridge is required.
Yes.
Whereas when you are cooking the same recipe in a pressure cooker, even if you keep it in the second day, you will see if it is becoming more viscous. So a pressure, the vessel, the fuel, everything makes a change. See, can you coat something that is, when a petroleum product is burnt, how it becomes? An example of this thing. See, I'll tell you. The engine oil, for example. The fuel is either diesel or petrol or CNG. Within few days, you top up the engine oil, you see that it becomes blackish, carbonated, very viscous, sticky in nature, very easy. Within few days.
Yes.
You run the car for about 50 kilometers, it becomes like that. So what happens if the same fuel is used to heat a oil in your kitchen? Same kind of this thing. Carbonation is more in a petroleum product. You will have to decarbonize the silencer, you have to decarbonize the engine very periodically, right?
Yes.
Whereas a firewood, if it is properly ventilated, you will see that nothing leaves back fully ash. Right?
Yes.
Completely burned off.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, the same kind of changes will happen when you are using an LPG gas in your kitchen. Right? A vessel, the pressure, the ventilation, the fuel, even that can have a greater impact on your food, that can form a slug in your system, that can ferment or decay during the digestion process itself. So just by adding or deleting a certain item does not stop you from the risk of getting a disease. So food and cuisine connecting with the health is a very vast subject. That's why we thought of making a series of talks on our YouTube channel and on our social media by our team of doctors in very detail about each and every part of the food as far as possible in a common man's language, maximum possible level, and how it affects your this thing. Not only just how it affects, but also how we can alter to the best possible level so that that does not cause a disease. Because basically what you eat is what you are becoming. So please keep watching our YouTube channel. We are coming out with a very interesting series, and please subscribe and watch our YouTube and keep an eye on our social media platforms. So you are going to get a lot of information about this subject soon. Thank you to all Sadayush subscribers.